Okay.
Hello and welcome back to Three's a Crowd, the YouTube Let's Play that's also kind of a podcast. I'm Nathaniel Kiefer.
Thomas Hyde is on controls.
And Richard Jellison is the one that just introduced me.
That's how you do it.
Interesting. I hear scratching, so there must be another spider in this room. We're getting the last 5 sculptulas. Then you get the giant's wallet, and then a whole bunch of pieces of heart.
So does this sound bother you?
This sound is horrible, yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, the TV's volume is pretty low, and Thompson's going to kill it soon. Before I go insane.
It's not. It doesn't even sound like a bug. It sounds like fucking someone crunching up a cigarette
Sounds
wrapper.
like That's very specific, Thomas.
Sorry, I have some latent issues.
Some blatant issues or latent?
Both.
I think it must be in the rafters somewhere, or maybe it's downstairs.
Did you check all of the pots?
I did check all of the pots.
All of them?
All the ones here.
Okay, that's fair. I'll check downstairs.
Okay. Because I think you hear all of the ones for this room.
There's a pot up there. Is it in that pot? On top
There's
of the boxes?
lots of pots here. I mean, you could have tried slashing all these pots that are up on the crates, because I didn't climb the crates yet. I got that one already, I remember.
Okay.
There's one of them.
There it is. Oh, it's
they always put them on the rafters.
Kind of far away to make this work, but I'm gonna snipe it.
I was going to say you could probably climb on that box.
Or climb up on the stairs.
Yeah, I was gonna say the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Might be.
So today we're going to be talking about, as Thomas Thomas expressed last time, we're going to be talking about, well, he doesn't know a lot about Spider-Man, so we're going to talk about Spider-Man villains and then expand it to comic book villains.
Be quiet. Be quiet for 1 second. Fuck! There's another one in this room.
It's probably in one of the pots.
I bet it's in one of these pots behind the spider web.
Yeah, or it's in one of the jars you can
Whoa.
make.
Fucking meowst. Bonk! Bonk strats.
Look at these Matryoshka pots.
No. And it's pronounced Matryoshka. Learn Russian.
I don't
idiot.
speak Hardbus.
Oh, okay. Oh! Oh!
Get that whisk.
I got him. Got it.
But climb on the crate and slash the jars at the top.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, you think it's pot?
Oh, just magic. Okay.
No, pot was a character we had in...
Wait, be quiet again? Oh, maybe it actually does differentiate between upstairs and downstairs.
Maybe.
Oh, it does.
Is there a rafter?
Wow.
Is there a rafter up on here?
There is,
like
but
maybe...
I thought I got him already. Unless he's behind that web that I didn't
He could be behind the web.
You guys talk about Spider-Man. I'll figure this one out.
Okay, so we're going to expand this to comic book villains, because I know a lot about Batman specifically, but we'll start with Spider-Man.
Sure.
Do you want to go ahead, Richard?
So we were having a conversation previously, in the last 2 minutes before we started this, that you didn't know who Shocker was?
I do. But
He's the one who wears
Batman.
like a quilted doublet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he needs to dampen his abilities so it doesn't hurt him. Because what is Shocker's power? That's right, sound waves.
He shocks.
He uses
because
gauntlets.
Shockwave.
No, Soundwave's a character from the original Transformers.
No, he uses gauntlets.
Okay, we're clear.
He uses gauntlets to shoot sound waves.
Well, one of them is the masks, right?
No, that's the piece of heart.
He produces shock waves with his gauntlets.
Yes, I'm aware.
So,
I knew that already. But there's a Shocker in Batman. All I said was he was the most Batman villain in Spider-Man.
Guys,
but first you said Electro.
You forgot about the Shocker from the greatest IP. The Shocker on Shock Street.
I was going to say the Shockmaster from wrestling.
Did we get the full code for the hearts?
Yes, we have the full code.
Did we use it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because it's for the piece of heart, and I want to do the spiders first because there's a time limit on that.
There's a time limit on the spiders?
Yeah, we have to do it before night of the first day or we don't get the wallet.
Oh.
How many are left?
3.
You shouldn't have given me the controller. Now I feel scared.
It's fine. There's only 4 rooms.
Spider-Man villains.
Anyways, my favorite Spider-Man villain... Well, I have 2 answers. My favorite Spider-Man villain when I was a kid...
The comics or movies?
I have not read a single Spider-Man comic.
Oh.
Batman's my jam.
Quiet for a sec. Sorry, guys. I know that's an annoying thing I keep doing.
No, you've got to listen to it. You're going to
sound
keep
cues, I got you. I hear scratching in this room again. I got that one already.
Okay.
I hear scratching in
I
this
heard
room.
it too.
So there's another one here. Maybe in one of these jars. I don't know.
I'm going to move to the next room first.
Okay.
We'll come back to it if necessary.
There it is.
When I was a kid, my favorite Spider-Man villain was the Lizard.
You like that tragic scientist trope?
Yeah, exactly. And I watched
Cartoon.
the mainframe Spider-Man
Oh.
cartoon they did, which only lasted one season, and they did Doc Connors really cool in that one.
The people that made
Reboot and Beast Wars.
they made a Spider-Man cartoon.
I played the excellent Spider-Man game on N64, what had a red cartridge, and the villain of that was Carnage, and I like him.
Yes,
because
it was.
of
It was also Doc Ock.
Carnage only.
No, it was also Doc Ock because at the end of the
Might
game
have
you
been in
fought
that room.
Monster Rock.
Carnage.
Okay.
We already established there wasn't one in here. Oh, and there is. I hear more scratchy. Maybe it's in one of the jars.
I don't think it's based on like what floor you're on. I think it's like a proximity based thing.
I think that's.
No, I think those are the enemies that are making the noise, not a bug.
No.
Oh,
sure?
wow.
The Stealth Child's
Oh
done.
no!
It's okay. We got the code.
I
already.
accidentally did a murder.
Accidentally.
In this case, it was actually an accident.
Okay.
2 more.
That was a skull child hate crime.
I know this is a crime. I'm actually going to turn the volume up a little bit because
That's okay.
I do think it's a proximity thing.
Yeah, he's in this corner. I'm almost certain.
Yeah.
I got that one already.
Chic. Wait, that's a different game.
But there he is.
Oh, there he is.
Darn.
Don't
Quick,
touch it
before he runs away.
he has a full hard damage, so just be careful.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Maybe arrow him.
I was gonna say throw a bomb, but that we don't have any. Oh, good hitbox.
Yeah, the hitbox of the hook shot is actually a little bit underneath the dot. I know it's weird.
Okay, one last one.
Keep talking, guys, about Spider-Man
But
or
I
something.
would say probably my favorite Spider-Man villain now.
It's Dr. Connors. Is it? This is all based off
It's
movies.
all based off movies in the animated series because I never read the comics. I've only ever read
Okay.
Batman comics.
Okay.
Personally, and like Justice League, that kind of thing. So, I would probably say Mysterio.
Quentin Beck.
Yeah, Quentin Beck specifically. because I think there's
Mysterio
2
like
Mysterios.
hypnotizes people, right? Or
He-
something like
He's
that.
he's a special effects genius. He's
Pretty
he's
much.
basically just a scientist. And he wears like an orb on
He
his head.
uses-
Spider-Man has a lot of similar characters. Is every villain just a scientist gone wrong?
Yes,
Pretty much.
pretty much. That's the entire crux of Spider-Man.
We got these ones. Oh no, I hear
Are you
scratching.
sure? I knew it.
Maybe in the web.
It's like the entire crux
I
of
got
Spider-Man.
the ones that were crawling up there, but maybe there's one above the door.
Because it's all tragic circumstances for
There,
everybody,
there
pretty
he is.
much.
I had a feeling this was the only room we had left.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you gotta get both webs.
No, I don't. No, I refuse. Please?
You might have to.
It's not gonna work.
Just Thomas.
Gotta find the God pixel.
Come on, man.
Fine! Fuck!
Somehow he misses that.
That's what I get for believing in my own abilities. Let me turn this back
You
down.
did it. Your curse is now lifted.
Perfect. Lots of time left.
I have to go up this tunnel, right?
Yeah,
believe so.
Mysterio. Yes.
You have to go on and
His
roll back up.
his incarnation in the most recent Spider-Man movie was interesting. I
Yes.
think they played
Very,
it really
very
well,
interesting. Yeah, it was really well done.
especially since they offset him as
Yeah.
the other potential successor to
Oh.
Iron Man.
So nothing
Exactly.
nothing to do with villains. I really,
Yeah, so take the Goro mask off and talk to.
nothing to... Come on.
Oh, that's okay. Never
Okay,
mind.
great.
Never mind.
Nothing to do with
Yeah.
villains.
It's big.
I really liked
now go back.
Enter the Spider-Verse. I really liked it.
Oh, it's fucking great. Actually, you know what? As an addition to that, the adaptation of
Sorry for yelling.
Doc Ock in that being Olivia Octavius. Spoilers for a movie that is really good and you should watch it. And it's very obvious because her name is Octavius.
Well, yeah.
Her incarnation is
Yeah.
really good. Her motivations for, since the Kingpin
So
is
are you
the
talking about Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Her motivations for, yeah, Kingpin just wants to see his family, and I'm going to profit off of this by,
Okay, so just 1 second.
doing the thing.
So take the fire off the arrows, because you have to use arrows. You can't use the hook shot. So the code is green, yellow, red,
Ooh.
yellow, blue, red.
Oh, I thought it was green. Cool.
You've
Okay.
done it.
I went and saw Enter the Spider-Verse with some friends in the theater. Literally the first line Spider-Man Noir had, I went, oh, that's Nicolas Cage.
Yes,
and my
it
buddy
is.
went, there's no way. And at the end of the movie, when the credits played, I went, ha, I fucking told you.
Huh.
Thank you for listening to my terrible story.
Thanks for
Oh,
listening to my TED Talk.
we're gonna have 2 floating items. We've done it.
Except the camera was angled wrong.
Yeah.
It's true.
Ew.
Yes, but her motivations of I'm going to continue to do science because you're funding me and I like this multiverse thing. While I'm just going to let you cry over your family 800 times and go into a bunch of alternate dimensions to fuck with that is really compelling as a villain. I like that a
Okay,
lot.
I obviously need to watch the movie at some point.
Oh, have you not seen it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nathaniel, this is not bluster. I don't even particularly like superhero movies that much. This is in my top 10 movies of all time.
It is a fucking
so
fantastic movie.
I went to the theater
Alright.
with zero expectation, and I walked out going, like, I didn't even know what to
I'm
say.
pretty harsh on films, but we'll see. I'll watch it.
Okay,
So-
so one bit I really like about this, and you might not catch on it at all, because it's a story about Miles Morales, which is the second Spider-Man.
So what's going to happen now is we're going back to Clocktown. You're going to get yourself another Moon's Tear, and you're also going to teach the Scarecrow a song. 'Cause We're
I
going
already
to
know that.
we're gonna do that next.
But it's Miles Morales who is the Spider-Man of the Ultimate Universe
Right.
after Peter dies.
Okay.
Well, in the comics at least, and it's his coming up story, and for the art style and animation, he's moving at
Oh, yeah,
he's moving at like something like 20 frames a second because he's inexperienced.
Right.
While when he meets regular Spider-Man like Peter, he's moving at a full fluid 60.
yeah.
And you can tell the difference up until the point where Miles becomes confident in his powers and whatever else, and then the moment happens where he's fucking "What's up, danger?" Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. And he starts moving fluidly, and you could tell clearly that he's confident and knows what he's doing. At
Yeah,
that
they
point.
make him look clumsy by putting him at half frames. It's a really cool.
Interesting. That's cool.
So I gotta get another Moon's Tear, you said?
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, same way you get it the first time.
Yeah. So
No, don't stay away.
the bomber's code is in the notebook.
journal.
Notebook,
The journal,
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really
it is up
clever the way they do design and storytelling, like visually.
God,
It's
I
really
want to
good.
watch it again right now.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
really
And it's on
fucking good.
Netflix, right?
I think so.
Okay. I'll watch it there.
Why would it be on? If it were to be on a streaming service, it would be Disney Plus.
No,
Yeah.
it's a Sony movie.
Yeah, because it's Spider-Man.
Oh, true. Got me.
Well, it's a Sony animation movie.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
The journal's there.
Notebook, yeah.
But it's totally worth the watch.
3, 2, 4,
Like, even
5,
if you're
1.
not like big on Spider-Man, it's not so much a Spider-Man story
Darn
as
it.
it is just a coming of age story as well.
Right.
It's using the lens of Spider-Man. Plus
for
Nicholas
God's sakes!
plus Nicolas Cage is in it. And John Mulaney, the comedian,
Right.
he plays Spider-Ham.
Okay.
And Penny Parker, I forget who she's played by, but that was designed by Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance for one of the Spider-Verse comics.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's the whole thing.
It's very good.
Yeah. All right, we can stop talking about this
Sorry.
now.
So Olivia Octavius is a very good villain. I like, for various reasons, Kraven the Hunter.
Okay.
I
Can you give me one of those various reasons?
I think him being a jungle style hunter, sort of like how Predator works,
Okay, yeah.
where you use the environment to your advantage.
Yeah, that's.
In a city is really cool.
I don't know anything about him, but he already sounds like the second coolest ever. After Carnage, who's really cool because he's red, and that N64 cartridge was red because of it.
He
Damn,
also
what a good game.
He also wears a a lion skin around his body,
I
like
know.
Kirk did.
All right, this already sounds like the greatest.
Craven shows up in the mainframe
Yeah,
series as well. That's why I know him.
yeah. He's a really interesting.
Oh, what song do I
villain.
teach
really
this?
like
Anything.
him. And it's
Like,
a
literally,
custom song.
You make it up.
Oh,
Just
cool.
make sure you remember it.
Just
so
do
we can
down,
sing it.
down,
Yeah,
down.
word.
That's a nice thing you got.
Honorable
See if I can do
mention to Doc Ock.
That
Honorable
doesn't
mention
sing to his heart.
to Dr. Octopus.
that. I don't think you can just do a single note.
That's fine. Honorable mention to Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man Reign, where his Doc Ock is dead and his tentacles are carrying him around.
Was I supposed to say yes when he asked me something?
Yeah.
I didn't.
What did he say?
Oh,
that's okay. He was asking if you wanted to dance.
Oh,
No,
so
you-
it's
that
actually
would've
a
just
good
wasted
thing I
time.
said
That would
no.
have just wasted time. That's how.
Hell
you,
yeah. Accidentally the best there ever was.
Telescope. You gotta do the telescope first.
That's like playing the.
No. It's right there.
Yeah. It's like playing the song of Double Speed,
Yeah.
but before you get that. See, I remember things now.
Yay! Ooh.
Yeah, they use it in the speed run. We
The,
talk about the speed run.
Yes, so shoutouts to Doc Ock in Spider-Man Reign,
He's
where
not here. You don't have to shout him out.
plot of that is Peter is crying over MJ's corpse, or
Right.
her gravestone, rather.
Well, maybe
Oh,
because
I
it's
gotta
not
look
mine.
at the I gotta look at the Majora on the clock.
Oh, right. That's
And MJ died because they had unprotected sex over a number of years.
Oh, yeah,
and his
and his-
radioactive semen killed her by giving her cancer.
Yeah, I remember
so it's like
that.
Dr. Manhattan or something.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I got radioactive spunk.
So that
He's got
happened.
radioactive spunk.
Great. So in that, it's like a dark story.
Okay.
Where, like I said, Doc Ock is a corpse being pulled around by his sentient
What
tentacles.
the fuck? Okay.
And, like, the villains are all like that. And I think he kills Kraven in it, too.
Right.
It's really neat.
Nice.
I'm surprised you didn't say, like, the symbiotes. Well, Thomas kind of did.
He did. He said Carnage.
Dude,
There's
that cartridge. Let me say it again. That cartridge was red,
I know.
guys.
I've never seen.
Well, it was red because of Spider-Man.
Why didn't you
No,
go out the
because
same
of
door?
Carnage.
I never.
Why? So I could use Song of
It
Swords.
wasn't
Where do I have to
Maximum
go?
Carnage.
Now you can give the moves tier to the Deku Scrub in Clocktown. Why don't you just go back the way you came? Or I guess you could warp back to that owl statue. It'd be faster.
Yeah,
Anyways,
speedrunner.
Anyways,
He's plotting his path.
anyways, I've never really seen the symbiotes done as well as they sound in my head, if that makes any sense.
I imagine they're done really well in the comics, which I've never read.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like
The
I need
current-
to go read about them as opposed to see
The
them.
current arc is actually really interesting.
You know, I thought about buying a subscription to Marvel Ultimate,
Marvel
which
Unlimited?
is sure,
Or whatever it is.
sure, which
it's-
is that for people who don't know, if you go on the Marvel website, you can buy a subscription which unlocks like every Marvel comic ever.
It's everyone in history up until in the last 6 months,
Yeah,
which unlock like after it's been 6 months. So you have your entire backlog, which includes like the Transformers
It's
and
a-
Star Wars comics and everything that they've
it's a
ever done
lot.
there.
It's a lot.
It's a huge amount. Like all the major arcs are covered, and like it even tells you kind of like your next suggested reading for things, and you could read along with the character story, even if it jumps to the like whatever Avengers or Ultimates or whatever book, and you can follow that story because it'll suggest it. It's really neat that way.
The only reason I haven't bought the subscription is because I know in my heart of hearts
You
I
won't
don't
read it?
have the time to read a billion comic books.
Yeah, they're pretty addictive.
Yeah,
So.
well, that's how I was reading a lot of Carol Danvers stuff.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Really, Carol
Swamp.
Danvers.
But okay. We
It's going real far.
Hort.
He's
Yeah,
going
that's,
really
that's,
far.
that's the gold one.
Yeah, the gold ones are better.
Okay.
So you need to give the deed to.
To the Deku Scrub in the swamp.
Okay.
My favorite
It's like a trade
villain
quest.
from a comic book, not from Spider-Man.
Yeah, move on to a different
Yeah.
one.
My favorite villain is Superman and Superman Red Son.
Yes. Yeah, that's not bad.
which is about what would have happened if Superman had landed in communist Russia
Yes.
instead of capitalist America.
Have either of you seen that movie that released recently?
Red Sun.
Is that what they called it? I feel like they called it something else.
Tell me about this movie. I have no idea.
Oh, are you talking about
The one where they find the kid.
Oh, it's called Brightburn.
Brightburn, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never even
if
heard
you've
of
seen the
this.
trailer, you've seen the movie.
Have I? Oh.
What do I
If
do
you-
next?
It looked really cool.
If you've seen the trailer, that's everything in the movie.
Nathaniel, what do I do?
Just talk to him.
Talk to who? Him? Oh,
Anyway, so the plot of the movie is they find the kid and he gets bullied or something happens and he learns, oh, I have powers and I could just stop people from
how many beans do I need?
Just
hurting
one.
me.
So
Just-
buy a bean, and then turn back to human, and then give him the deed.
Okay.
So we'll need a bean for something else.
How many are being?
10.
Okay, good. Then we don't have to go all the way back to Deck of Pals, as I was thinking we'd have to do. Let's see.
So
Bean.
unfortunately, all the cool stuff you see in
Human
the trailer is all of the cool stuff in the movie. It's
That's
one of
unfortunate,
those.
because I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like Superman, but like a slasher film. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's not that
So take the mask off and then
unfortunately.
talk to him.
It's a little sad.
You have to talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping!
Okay, my favorite villain, I guess, ever. Like, okay, so Batman's my big comic love. Definitely.
Batman is the villain.
So, who's my favorite villain, Batman?
Thomas Wayne is the villain.
Oh, Court of Owls is really good if you have.
Oh, are we-
Even
Is
remotely
Thomas?
like Batman.
I was gonna say, is Thomas Wayne the bad guy in Court of Owls?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay. Is it alternate timeline bullshit?
No,
Okay. Because that happened recently, I
it
think.
may or may not be Thomas Wayne Jr.
Are we talking about when
Batman.
there was an alternate timeline where Bruce Wayne died?
Yes.
And then
No.
Thomas Wayne was the Batman,
And Martha Wayne was
Martha
the
Wayne
Joker.
was the Joker, and
I'm
haha.
not talking about that. That sounds retarded.
Martha Wayne. Wait, no, actually, that
That
seems
was-
really cool.
That
for me.
came back recently
Okay.
again.
Whatever.
Where, like, he was actively trying to stop Batman
Nice.
from
We're
being
marketing.
a good guy or something.
Awoo! I howl at the moon.
That's
No.
a $350
I backflip into the
fine.
water.
Mountain Village next.
Okay,
You died.
on purpose.
Do a flash kick.
Anyway, so my favorite Batman villain,
Gee, I wonder who
guess-
it's gonna be.
Mr.
Mr.
Freeze.
Freeze.
How did you know that?
You like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes. So as a comment on that, all of Spider-Man's villains are pretty much failed scientists or things that have been thrust upon them because of the science that they look at.
All of Batman's villains are crazy people.
Villains that have mental disorders and have been failed by capitalism.
Yes.
Sorry
I
to
don't
do
know.
this every single time. What now?
So go back to where the Gorons live. There'll be a business scrub there that you can talk to.
Okay.
Business scrub.
And you give them that
What?
deed, obviously.
Oops.
You'll want to roll there as a Goron, but you'll have to talk to
Left
them
or
as
right?
left. Back to where the Gorons live.
Great. That's all I needed to know was left or right. Thank you.
Okay.
You think I remember where the Gorons live?
They go up the hill.
Left. You go that way, cross the bridges.
Do we not have a fast travel to there?
No, there's no owl statue there.
That sucks.
There's only 2 in each area. One near the temple, and then
Yeah,
one
you'd
somewhere
think
else.
that they would put it
Bonk.
somewhere like that.
Fisticuffs. Let's go.
Oh, you got him.
I think it's the first time we've killed an enemy with the fists.
Yeah, okay, it's Mr. Freeze. It's not because I like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, it was actually Mr. Freeze?
It actually is
Oh,
Mr. Freeze.
I said it as a joke.
I don't know how you guys knew that, but yeah, it's Mr. Freeze.
Because he knows the ultimate villain is the cold.
Because of his portrayal in the animated series.
Oh, he's absolutely the most tragic villain in
So
the entire thing.
he just has some of the best lines, like in any show. Like that scene where he's like,
Do I have to buy
Yes, I
something from him
killed him.
first?
just speak to him.
Yes.
Do I have to buy
No, we already
something
bought
from him?
his thing.
Okay.
Yes, like,
Oh,
you know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
remember I told you have to be a business, you have to be a Decker scrub to give him
Oh.
the deed.
Or, his
Okay.
other most iconic line. You know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Ice Age. Arnold
Nice to meet
Schwarzenegger
you.
butchered Mr. Freeze,
That
but,
entire movie's not good. Uma
But-
Thurman is Poison Ivy, and it still couldn't have been good.
but,
Bane's in it, and they fucked him up.
but he's obviously having a lot of fun with it, so I can't blame him for that.
I think they had a lot of fun with that movie anyway.
Yeah.
My favorite Batman villain is the Penguin, because what's the deal with that guy, anyways?
He's a cobblepot.
Like the classic Penguin, or like the Danny DeVito Penguin from like the Tim Burton movie?
Both.
Because that incarnation is my favorite.
Both.
Of the Penguin?
No, but
Like,
mostly
really
the
freak.
DeVito one.
Yeah, where he's like actually like.
Go, my pretties! Gotham will once again be ours! Forward march!
I love that.
The liberation... I don't remember it all.
The liberation of the
Nice.
Working class.
Let me guess. Same thing on the beach?
Straight
Not
proletariat.
yet. So now we're going to go back to where the swordsmith was, and you're going to start rolling up like as if we were going to Snowhead Temple.
Swordsmith.
Yeah, so where the owl statue was.
Okay. Oh, so I can just...
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's only like a 5-minute jaunt. But...
It's speedrun.
But yeah, Mr. Freeze number 1, and then number 2 would probably be the Mad Hatter. Jervis Techt, or Teached? However you say
I
his last
forgot
name.
he was in Batman.
And please tell
He's
me,
incredible.
what does the villain, the Mad Hatter, do?
Poisons everybody with mercury.
He's mind control.
Yeah, what's his objective?
What's his objective? It depends on the incarnation, but in the animated series, he really likes his one girl, and she won't go out with
up
him.
here?
So he brainwashes her with the hat. In the Arkham games, he's a neuroscientist, which is my favorite incarnation of him, and he comes out with a drug that basically he can inject in people and control them.
Nope, that ain't it.
So you see that, I think it's that platform over there. So once we roll past this first one, you're going to summon the Scarecrow, and you're going to hook shot over there.
Okay.
I believe it's that one. So I think that's the only platform here.
Oh. Here we go.
Nope.
Oh, were we not close enough? This is like one of those, like, you have to be in the exact spot, and
I'll figure
have to
it
be
out.
looking in the thing. There might be invisible platforms you hop
Yeah, I
across
bet there
first.
are. That seems reasonable.
Because I think that
Was
case
that?
is supposed to be like, this is where you go. Yeah. Okay. Remember,
Oh,
you
I
can't
guess,
jump.
yeah, I know. Or I was just realizing this.
Take your face off. He's gonna take his
His face.
face
Off.
Oh.
off.
Haha, great movie.
No,
My
we were
favorite-
talking about
There
that.
we go.
My favorite Batman villain is
Face Off?
him. Yeah, Face
Jack
Off.
Nicholson. I mean,
It's Johnny
Nicolas
Face
Cage.
Off.
Nicolas Cage,
Oh,
who's
no.
actually John
Two-Face.
Travolta.
Now, in the first arc of Detective Comics in the New 52, Joker actually has his face taken off.
Yes.
he does, and it's stapled back on later.
The Doll Maker, yes, in Death of the Family, he gets it back. So, not Death in the Family, but Death of the Family,
Yes.
which is a different arc.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Yeah, we talked about that because
Yeah.
we talked about spoilers, death, and everything else. In
now we go to the beach.
Now we go to the beach.
Yeah.
what's that one called again?
My
War
favorite.
Games. War
War
Games. I
Games,
think,
yes. Yeah.
Reach
That's
way
right.
to the beach. That's my terrible Mr. Bean. Thank
Plastic beach.
That's a
Hey
Gorillaz
man,
album.
hey man, this thing comes with a toy.
you. Comes with a toy. Just enjoy the gritty, crunchy taste, just like chicken.
It's a good album. That's a really good
So
song
Zora
too.
Cape specifically, because he's in the Zora thing.
That's not a toy. That's a rock.
A good villain in other things
Okay.
is not Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh, I thought of another villain
That's
from
not a comic book.
not Batman, but Justice League, or
Just
maybe,
villains in
Okay.
general.
or maybe Batman. Vandal Savage is cool.
Okay.
Which one's that one?
He's a caveman who's immortal
Yeah.
and just
okay.
became like hyper like
Yeah, he shows up in Teen Titans
has
as well.
Slade's cool.
Yes.
Well,
Obviously
Slade
Deathstroke.
or okay.
Slade, Deathstroke, the same person. What do I do?
No,
Go
well,
in and go. He's in one of the rooms.
I would
Okay.
argue they are not the same person.
Well,
Why?
just for
'Cause he
rating's
is.
sake.
Well,
Like-
one is clearly a minion of Trigon, and one is Slade Wilson.
Okay,
Deathstroke.
but
Deathstroke are we talking about?
but like
though?
their
Deathstroke
physical
was always
body
Trigon.
is the same person.
One's a robot.
Do I have to talk to these people to go in the rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
One is
You have to
literally
be
just a
Zora,
robot.
Oh, of course.
One is literally just a robot.
You're just a robot.
I figured as much.
That happens.
That you were a robot.
Like, no, like Robin kicks his face off or whatever, and it's a robot face.
Why do people's faces keep coming off? No, it's not here.
Okay, how was I supposed to know that?
And then he was dead and he went to hell. That was a really cool bit.
Yes, that happens. They do that in the animated
It's because of
series
Trigon,
too.
yeah.
Red Skull's pretty cool.
Yeah,
He's just an angry red Nazi.
That's from Captain America.
Yes, it is.
Justice League villains.
Nice, got it in one.
Yeah.
There's... I don't know
Gotta get Goron
why.
this time.
I don't know why I jumped to this.
What are the dumb
immediately.
fucking rules with these fucking Dekus? Only talk to
because you're giving him the deed.
goddamn
from the
racist.
so-
Fucking.
I don't know why this came to mind, but there's an episode of Static Shock. No,
Yes.
there's an episode of Static Shock where he's in the future. Unless
Yes.
this is also Batman Beyond, where
It's a crossover episode. That's why.
they go to Superman's. I guess it's the Justice League space station.
It sounds like Justice
tower
League
thing.
Unlimited, actually. Now that you say it.
And there's like an alien starfish that takes over Superman's body. I don't know why my
Starro.
brain jumped to this.
Is it Starro?
Maybe, but like it's like a parasite that controls his actions.
Okay. That happens in Young Justice as well. Sort
You
of.
know what's cool? The Green Lantern. How they have
Which
all the
Green
other
Lantern?
colors. And not Green Lantern, just like the mythos, I guess.
Just the core.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have all the other colors,
Yes.
and like his weakness is yellow. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Well, after Kyle Rayner takes over, that's not the case anymore.
What's that guy's name? Sinestro, the bad guy,
The Sinestro.
who
Yeah,
who
Green-
who
Yellow
looks like a
Lanterns.
failed magician.
Fear.
Yes.
What now?
Warp to the Marine Research Lab, and then head back to where I was collecting those fish.
Actually,
Who
out
clocked
of
it?
Wrong. I was trying to get the other fish.
Yeah, I know
out
what
of
you're talking
out of
about.
all of the Justice League, I guess I'm not really a big fan of DC stuff. Like Batman's fine. I really like Kyle Rayner.
Okay.
And I like that Hal Jordan becomes what is it? Like he goes on a killing spree.
Jessica Cruz is actually my favorite Green Lantern.
Okay.
So.
I don't remember who that is.
I don't
off the
actually
top
know
of my
much
head.
about Green Lantern.
No.
But I like how during the Death of Superman arc, he loses his mind because Port or Beach City or whatever, whatever the fucking beach city he takes over, that gets totally annihilated, and he goes crazy and starts killing Green Lanterns and taking their rings and stuff, and then he becomes Parallax.
Why does Superman just come crazy every like 5
No,
seconds?
Hal Jordan does it
Oh, Hal Jordan.
and
does
kills like
it.
a
Sorry,
bunch
I just assumed it was
of
Superman.
and he becomes Parallax. It's really cool, actually.
So there's gonna be a magic bean spot on the ground. You're gonna plant the bean. You're gonna water. You can get some water in a bottle here.
And then Hal Jordan
and then you're
kicks
just gonna hook
ass.
shot up it, kind of thing.
Do you like my sick move?
And then Guy Gardner is
You need like a
okay, I guess.
360.
Fuck.
And then I can't really speak for Jean. He's fine.
Jean-Luc Picard, the
Yes.
greatest Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. That
Yes.
explains a lot, actually.
Don't
You
worry,
know.
I'll find this bean spot eventually. Fuck pots.
It's possible you hook shot up to the first platform and the bean spot's there. But I'm not. So you should get some water before you do that, because you'll need to water the bean.
Alright, Dad.
You should do your homework before you play any video games.
Water the bean. I hate you. Do your chores. Water the bean.
Man, watering
You
the
weren't
bean is
in-
my least
How are
favorite.
you not
This
scooping
is-
water?
Is this considered seawater? Is that why?
I don't.
You were able to catch the fish before.
Yeah, maybe it just has to be that pond. Like you have to be like ankle height or something.
Don't I have to? No, can't I only get water from the bean water pool?
That's bullshit. Why
Isn't
would
there a
that work
special
like
pool?
that?
You were able to just get regular water.
You can't just get water out of the water.
Hold on. Go into the sea and see if it does any different.
Well, I
Well,
can't.
you
I'll
did
just
that
be in
already,
the
though.
water. You can't use the bottle when you're just in the water.
I mean, you were just doing it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
didn't realize, but
Okay.
yeah, there's like a special pool that's only where the bean guy and the Deku Palace is.
That's it. That's the
Is
only
that
place you
right?
get water.
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up.
That's bullshit.
Talk about something interesting while I use my phone.
Okay.
Villains outside of normal comic books that you're aware of.
Like
I say
anywhere?
normal, but
Like any villains ever? David Bowie in Labyrinth.
David Bowie in Omicron the Nomad?
Dude. What if What if,
David Bowie's in Omicron, by the way.
what if there was like a crossover with Labyrinth and a superhero movie where superheroes had to raid Jareth the Goblin King's palace? That would be terrible, and I'm sorry I ever even brought it
I
up.
don't like it.
I was just gonna say, isn't that just Dark Side?
Yes.
So
What?
Psylocke is a cool villain.
No, that's IDW.
She's a hero sometimes, but she's a villain sometimes too.
okay. X-Men villains? I don't know if I'd really know anyone besides Magneto.
The Blob.
But he's part of the Brotherhood. Like, I'm thinking of, like, other,
Ooh,
like...
Cyclops when he genocided people.
Okay. I guess Dark Phoenix.
I was gonna say Phoenix Fire, but that's not what it's called.
Fire!
Yeah, so it has to be fresh water. This is considered
Salt
seawater.
So
Yeah.
could we get the water... What about the water that's in the item shop in Clocktown? Would that count? Or the water that's in the laundry pool? Would that count?
It's said mostly in Woodfall Temple and the Secret Spring, so I'm just gonna...
Just go
Or
there.
not Woodfall Temple, but like the
Like the
swamp,
Deca
so I'm
Palace?
just gonna go to the swamp.
But the swamp's poisoned right now. I'm not fighting with Dolwa again.
Fucking beans, man.
It's the Firestorm.
See the
group.
pun that I did? Beans?
It's something like that.
Try Clocktown first, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to have to go through Deca Palace.
Mango Sentinel is a good villain.
Okay.
Mango Sentinel's my favorite alt-rock band.
Tyler Durden.
Other villains.
Tyler Durden is my favorite comic book villain.
I said
I like
alternate
that.
villains.
Alternate
Actually, there is a
villains.
Fight Club comic.
I know, and
It's a
then you
sequel.
go down, right?
It's a sequel series. Fight Club 2. Man, if
Wait,
Fight
there's a
Club's
Fight
so
Club
good,
2?
why is there not a Fight Club 2? There is. It's a comic book.
You meant just in the shop, right? What shop is it?
This shop.
one.
You try there. If it doesn't work, try the laundry pool.
Yes, there's a Fight Club 2.
Okay. This isn't... I feel like... Yeah, it's not...
Get the
good for
fish!
No.
That won't work. We can't water the fish. We can't water it with the fish.
The fish holds water. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that doesn't... Yeah. Yeah.
Alternate villains.
Like villains that are not from comic books.
Yes,
It's
I
a
know. I
villain
know what you
then.
mean.
Sauron.
Sauron's pretty good.
Saruman.
Saruman is also pretty good. The Balrog. the
What's the spider's name? How do I not know her name? I've read Lord of the Rings through
I
4
think
times.
I'm going to the Secret Spring in the Mountain Village. Fuck this game, by the way.
Shiogoro.
In the mountain village.
Yeah, where the fucking the Goron
okay.
ghost.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. That works. Sure.
it's easier than clearing Woodfall.
You don't have to clear
Shiogoro-
Woodfall. We could have gone back to where the magic bean salesman is and gotten the water there.
Does Sheogorath count as
So-
a villain?
Sure.
I guess all the Daedric princes do.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, yeah, that's fine. That works too.
Who's the cool one?
All of
Are
them.
we still talking about Lord of the Rings?
Perrite.
No, I went to
Perrite.
Elder Scrolls for some reason.
Perrite's the coolest of all the Daedra.
No, you know which one I'm talking about.
What is their domain? I can name them if you tell
The
me.
fucking
domain.
cool one. The
Is that
good.
the-
They're all cool, Richard.
No, the good one.
Meridia?
No.
Well, you gotta hop
Fuck
across the
Maria.
water, so you probably either want to be Hylian or Deku.
You've touched my beacon. Do my bidding. All right, Meridia.
You don't have to take the beacon out of whatever chest you're in. Don't be a baby.
Yeah, but that sword's cool though.
Oh.
Invisible ladder. You got it first try.
Blind Run. Is it like Tetris Grandmaster here?
Oh, magic pixel.
I was telling you about my god pixel. Yeah, Richard, what Nocturnal?
No.
What does
The
she do?
fucking crazy one.
The crazy one is Shagora.
Oh, is Sheogorath? Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about Shivering Isles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where you
Shagora.
just become Sheogorath.
Yeah.
And then in Skyrim, it doesn't matter because it's not the player character from forward.
Yeah, I'm pretty deep into Elder Scrolls lore, so
Interesting.
go ahead and ask me
The
anything.
lusty Argonian maid.
What's your favorite Elder Scrolls game?
I mean,
He's gonna say
Morrowind.
Okay.
I was about to do a joke, but then I realized that was a serious question.
Were you gonna say
so-
Daggerfall?
Actually, it was. Actually,
okay.
Daggerfall was really good.
It's not bad.
I was gonna say Redguard,
It just
which is terrible.
that's bad.
That's what he just said.
That one's
to be fair.
yeah. I'm just saying that one's not good.
It's the thing. It was a really interesting concept. It was just poorly executed, as with most Elder Scrolls games. No, it's my favorite is actually Morrowind.
See, if Morrowind was better looking now, I think I would be more...
Yes, it's no longer accessible, even for someone who loves it like me. But it is, in my opinion, the best.
It's like most games now, though. Like, I mean, as much as I like KOTOR, I don't really want to play it again.
KOTOR was fine.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I could replay
replaying
KOTOR, it's fine.
If I'm going to play KOTOR,
I've already
maybe
beat it
KOTOR
through like
2.
3 times. KOTOR 2 is just not as good, though.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's better.
Well,
I like...
You would.
Great. I like the analysis and idea of being able to have a great Jedi and exploring that and what it means to be a darker lightsaber.
As a writer, I do not appreciate the fact that my avatar character seems to know everything that's going on, and I do not. I think that's poor.
You have a history.
I think that's poor player avatar segregation.
They've already made you have
the
a
first
brain
KOTOR,
dead idiot in the first game.
I know, the first game did brilliantly, and they can't really, it's hard to follow that up. I realize that. But
then it's supposed to take that knowledge and the fact that you know anything about yourself from Star Wars and apply that to
you
that.
went to the wrong point.
But I mean, Kreia just fills you in on everything anyway.
Yeah, but
Kreia doesn't fill you in on shit. Kreia just chastises you no matter what you do.
Pretty much. Unless you're like 100% evil, which I wasn't.
Spoilers?
So.
Spoilers for almost 20-year-old game?
That's where you are.
Son of a bitch!
He got distracted by Kreia.
Apparently.
Fuck Kreia.
Although the characters in KOTOR 2, except for Kreia, I think are really memorable and interesting. I really liked the hand.
Atten's better than fucking Karth by a mile.
Yeah, I really liked him. I really liked the handmaiden.
The writing on the
Yeah, you want to talk about fuck a KOTOR character? Fuck Karth. Guy's a whiny bitch.
Karth sucks. Make him kill his own son.
Goto, who was just basically like an orb.
And then on top of that,
I like Zalbar.
You get
Big Z, baby.
Well, I mean,
oh,
it's better to have him just kill missions, so it's okay.
Okay, don't even go there.
No,
it's great. That is amazing. You can make him do that.
What? Really?
Yeah. If you go full dark side, Mission and Karth are leaving you. Mission's like, I can't believe you do this. I think there's still some good in you.
Right.
And you're like, do you want to die or do you want Big Z to do it? And he's like, I can't. I have a life debt, but I don't want to kill Mission. And he's like, yeah, but you have a life debt. And he's like, fuck, I have a life debt. And he kills Mission!
Damn.
Yeah,
did you do full dark or did you watch this?
I just watched it.
Okay.
It's cold shit.
I couldn't. Being mean is not nice.
Yeah.
But
that was the problem I had with that game. Is like the dark side path wasn't really evil. It was just being an asshole.
But it's
I
funny.
feel like there's a division.
Oh, but the writing for being an asshole is very Oblivion.
Yeah.
You can see how that works.
No, there's the patch. Isn't that it? No,
That's
like
a rock.
you get like good lines that are like the equivalent, like the only good like bad Oblivion, like not bad, but evil Oblivion writing that I could think of. I forgot.
Scared the shit out of me, dude.
I forgot that that was my ringtone. Kendra's gonna be upset about that.
Holy shit. Oh man.
Okay. What was I saying?
I
Oblivion writing
now.
for Oblivion writing for an asshole character where you go to Boulder City or whatever and they got the war memorial and you can shoot the war memorial and the guy that's standing in front of it is like, hey, my brother died and his name is on here.
You're not talking about Oblivion, you're talking about New Vegas.
I'm saying, what did I say? I
Oblivion.
said Obsidian. Or did I say Oblivion?
You said Oblivion.
I'm sorry, I meant Obsidian.
I got you that you were talking
I meant
about...
Obsidian writing.
I got you talking about...
But as an asshole, your response is, you're a little bitch and your brother was too. And I think about that a lot. And all of
God damn
Oh
it!
yes, all bad guy writing is like that for Obsidian games.
You slid back like I
Just fuck. Ah,
Did my dog ringtone scare you?
dude, my heart is still pounding. Fuck.
That's the scariest fucking thing ever.
Do you want to know?
It wasn't actually scary. It just came out of nowhere.
I thought some glitch in the game. I'm like, where's the dog enemy?
I thought that Ben drowned and we were about to be killed by Hero Brian. Jesus.
Do you know what that is?
No. Do I want to know?
Yes, I'll tell you real
It's
quick.
Undertale, probably.
No, it's not.
Oh.
So, I fall asleep watching YouTube videos a lot, and recently it's been compilations of old Two Best Friends Play videos.
Okay.
In one of them, it is a compilation for Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
And Kendra one night had woken up.
Oh, that's the dog from
That's
the
the dog
ending.
ending. Kendra had been woken up several
Right, so
times.
get off here, and then summon the scarecrow, and then you can hook shot across.
Okay.
Kendra had been woken up several times by that song and didn't know what it was. So I set it to be my ringtone.
That's not the right song. I was about to play the Song of Soaring. It's the beginning of the Bolero of Fire.
Yeah, I know.
Repeated.
Repeated 5,000 times.
Do, 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 do.
Damn it.
I'm gonna be laughing about
God
that.
damn.
Now we got another container.
What next?
Now this is the annoying part. Now you need to go back to Arcana.
Back to where?
Arcana, you know where the graveyard was? So you need to go back to Terminal Field, get a Pona, ride into Arcana.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, Son of Soaring to like Milk Road, and then summon a Pona from there. And
Wait, can I summon her, or do I have to do the quest again?
no, you can summon her.
Okay.
Oh, good. Good that it didn't answer because it was a spam call anyway.
Okay.
Wow, I'm so glad. Turn your ringtone off.
Please.
I'm sorry.
Oh. At least my heart's working now.
It was you all along. The dog is the best villain from not a comic book. That's the villain.
Oh, the best villain from the Goosebumps intro is the dog.
Bark, 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 bark. Okay, I think we can call it here. It's been a little while.
This is the last piece of heart, and then we're done this cycle anyways. So
Okay.
So let's just get it. Where do
let's
I go?
just get it. I can't. So leave
Sure.
and go east.
Leave and go east. Done.
Did we play Song of Halftime during this cycle?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Not that it matters. We're going to be done in like as soon as we get this heart and go back to God for sake. And then we do Great Bay Temple.
Which I will not play. It makes me
I
uncomfortable.
thought we were doing thing today.
That's after Great Bay
Fuck.
Temple.
Oh, it's after the temple. Okay.
Yeah.
It makes it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to play it.
What, the temple
Oh.
makes you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
He doesn't like big things underwater.
Because it's underwater.
If
Okay.
anything's larger than like
I guess that means
bread
you're,
box.
I guess that means
Like,
you're fighting Georg then.
I guess I'm
Spiders.
fine with it. I would just rather not.
Spiders.
Please.
So like the myth of the Leviathan really bothers you then, huh?
Yes.
Or like playing Dishonored bothers you?
I never did. Doesn't really interest me.
It's really good.
Dishonored's great.
Dishonored's
actually.
fantastic. I'm playing through the second one again.
Are you? Is it as... Oh, I haven't played the second one. How would you rate it up against it? So see that dude up there? Talk to him with the Garo mask on.
Sure.
It streamlines a lot of the things from one, and it adds a good amount of options for non-lethal play.
A good streamline or a bad streamline? Because sometimes streamline is not great.
The only power that is lacking is dark vision, because in the first one you could use it to see through walls and see all the collectible items in an area, where this time it's mostly just interactables for plot stuff and important items that you can see through walls, and it pulses instead of just constant. But that's the only one that's really
Interesting.
negative.
Should I keep the Garo mask on?
No. Not unless you want to fight all the ninjas.
But outside of that, if you wanted to play non-lethally, you don't just have to choke people. You can do a drop assassination, but it is a non-lethal one where you can fall on a guy and smash his head.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I did Dishonored non-lethal.
I mean, so did I.
Yeah.
And then they add more, like there's different bolts that you can use in a crossbow that'll be non-lethal.
Oh,
as
is
well.
this where I gotta help out a Gibdo?
Well, that doesn't happen for a while. We're just going to talk to the business scrub right now. So you're going to go to the right, all the way to the end of the river.
I was trying to talk to Tattle.
Don't.
Didn't work.
Because this is where the ninjas can summon. We don't want to fight the ninjas right now.
If I talk to Tattle, it'll make me fight ninjas.
No, but the tower will be like, I sense an evil presence here, or whatever.
There are ninjas here.
In here?
Here, yeah. Here, there be ninjas. See, there he is. I'm going to talk to him as a Zora.
Yeah, I figured.
Give him the deed.
This is the only race that hasn't been fucking prejudiced or unprejudiced, I guess.
Did I already comment that
Damn
the
it, it's
Zora
not on my
one
C
has the
buttons.
worst animation?
What does?
Like, I don't like how that one looks when you put on the mask.
Because
What,
the
the
eyes
Zora?
get weird?
The eyes get weird and you look like Gene Simmons.
I actually think the Zora one's the coolest because you have the fangs.
I think it's
I like the black
I think it's the
eyes.
scariest.
Well, it is the scariest. That's why I think it's the coolest.
He looks like Gene Simmons. watch your ankles. I'll just
I
cut
love
them.
how these Deku scrubs have little hats on when they're not flying. That
They-
cover up
They're
their
like,
leaves.
they're all Shriners. They all have a little face.
Yeah.
they're not driving. They're not driving little cars. Yeah.
Oh, it would be so much better if they got in little cars instead of flying away. Man, I wish.
It's over there.
Don't
Don't fall.
Oh,
Bam. There it is.
yeah.
Booyah.
Hit that thing.
There's all the scarecrow. That's all the scarecrow pieces of heart and all the business scrub pieces of heart. And that's it
No,
for cycle
I want
9.
to see it. Okay.
Next.
I'm working on it.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I do.
I don't
yeah.
like it.
I forgot that you can, if you switch between.
Yeah, it does the other
Yeah,
one.
just yeah.
Alright, that's it for this cycle, and I think that's it for this episode. Thank you so much, Thomas. Why don't you take us away with some words of wisdom?
Don't have a dog barking as a ringtone.
Okay, great.